Today on Another World.
Look, I've got a past that I don't know anything about. You tell me that I have a child. That's the one thing that's real. That's the one thing that I know. And now it seems that you and Mac are asking me to sign over my rights to my son.
It just seems to me that we all have to put away our personal wishes and do what's best for this baby.
Right, I think we need to do what's best for the baby.
Well, then why shouldn't Mac have legal custody of a child that he's going to take responsible for day to day? Why don't you just think about it, okay?
I will definitely think about it. And I will try to decide what's best for my son.
Mac, you don't have time to wait for the police to finish their investigation. You've got to take some immediate steps.
Well, what are you suggesting I do?
You get him out of town.
You don't think you're overreacting?
If someone wanted Jamie out of the way bad enough to stage that accident, there's no guarantee that they're not going to try again.
I got a little proposition to make for you, if you're interested.
Yeah?
Well, you know, we just acquired part ownership of the supper club.
Yeah, Blaine mentioned something about that.
Yeah, well, she's going to be running that operation, and, well, I'm going to need someone to help me around here at the arena. Would that interest you?
Yeah.
And now, the continuing story of Another World.
Look, Mr. Scott, the accident went off like clockwork. It's just we got the wrong guy.
Would you mind explaining that to me?
The lift pushed this guy Alexander off the dock onto the barge instead of the frame kid.
You mean to tell me we set up this whole elaborate scheme to get the frame kid off your back, and somehow, somewhere, someone screws up so we almost kill an insignificant worker?
There was no way we could tell that was going to happen.
It's sloppy work, Steele.
You can only plan so much, and the rest, it's up to luck.
I pay top dollar so that luck doesn't enter the picture.
Look, if he had been a few more feet away, it for sure would have been that frame kid we could have sent over the edge.
Well, unfortunately for you, he wasn't. And unfortunately for you, the frame kid is still our problem.
Hi, Blaine.
Joey.
Sorry I startled you.
I was just lost in my thoughts, I guess.
Looks pretty heavy. Want to talk about it? Maybe you could use a friendly ear.
No, thanks anyway. It's okay. I don't want to bother you with my problems.
There's no bother on it.
It's okay, Joey. Thank you I really do need somebody to talk to. You sure you want to listen?
Wouldn't have asked if I didn't.
I need some advice.
Yeah, well, I've been doing a lot of that lately, giving advice. I'm getting pretty good at it.
Listen, this is just a hypothetical situation and everything, but suppose you overheard something that really bothered you.
Like what?
Something that you know is wrong. Very wrong.
You mean illegal?
Yeah. What would you do?
I would go to somebody who knew what to do about it.
Like who?
Like maybe the police.
No. Suppose it's something that you can't go to the police about.
How serious is this?
It could be very serious.
And you can't go to the police? Then maybe your best bet is to talk to a lawyer. Someone who could tell you how to handle it. Someone like Jerry.
Oh, good morning. Well, don't I even read a good morning?
Good morning.
What's wrong?
What could possibly make you think there's anything wrong?
I don't know. Maybe it's the bright, cheery smile I'm getting this morning.
You know, I'm really not in the mood for levity, Jamie.
So I gather. So, you want to tell me why you're in such a good mood this morning?
Not really.
Something happened to you last night?
What could make you think that something happened?
Well, I don't know, but something seems to have bent you out of shape. And when I tried to get in touch with you, I couldn't, and so I assumed something must have happened.
Well, I can assure you it was nothing important.
Oh, well, that's good. Anyway, where were you last night? I mean, I called a few times, and I couldn't get an answer.
I was out.
Out?
With some friends. Why did you call?
Oh, no big deal. You know, I just wanted to talk to you.
Oh, really? Well, you had your mother, didn't you? Why didn't you talk to her?
Larry, honey, I think what I'm going to do is put the plants on the back porch till it's warm enough to plant them in the yard. But you think it's going to be too cold out there for them, Larry? Larry, honey, you okay?
What?
I said that I'm going to put the plants on the back porch. You think it'll be too cold for them out there?
Oh, no, it's covered. They'll be all right.
So what do you plan today, Leigh?
I'm planning on meeting Joey over at the beauty shop. Try to get a little painting in today.
Hello. Hi, Terry. How are you? That's good. Yeah, he's fine. Well, sure he's fine. Well, why don't you talk to him yourself? Honey, it's Jerry.
I don't want to talk to him.
You don't want to talk to Jerry?
That's what I said.
Larry, he can't come to the phone right now. Sure, I'll tell him you called. Bye. So why wouldn't you talk to Jerry?
I didn't want to.
Well, I don't understand, honey. Jerry's your best friend.
I think it's best I left.
No, Leigh, you don't have to leave.
No, Leigh, that's okay. Go ahead. I want to talk to Larry alone. Now, will you tell me what this is all about?
Hey, Rick, where's Sam?
Downstairs having tests taken.
Nothing wrong, is there?
No, he's about the same. Standard procedure with this severe type of concussion he's got. We have to keep a close eye on him. He'll be back in a while.
Oh, when I came in, I saw the empty bed. I thought something was wrong with him. That was some freak accident, huh?
That's what they say. Both Jamie and Sandy are lucky. Could have been a lot worse.
I sure would like to know exactly what happened.
Well, Sandy's the only one who can tell us that.
I hear the cops are having an investigation.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're looking for people down on the docks who might have seen it.
What, they think it's more than an accident?
Well, there's been a lot of things going on with that project, and the cops don't want to take any chances.
Does seem kind of strange, doesn't it?
Yeah. Hey, you know, yesterday when with all the excitement, I didn't get to talk to you. I was sort of surprised to see you working up here so soon.
Well, Russ wanted me to start right away, and I didn't see any reason to delay the transfer.
So how you doing?
It's only my second day, Joey.
Well, you could tell if you like it or not, can't you?
It's a little too soon to tell. It's a lot of work. Paperwork.
You dealing with it all right?
What are you asking me? Am I dealing with the pressure?
Yeah, I guess I am asking if you were dealing with the pressure.
Well, you can cut the kit noises. Everything's okay. I'm just taking it one day at a time.
That's the way you should do it. My opinion is going to work out fine.
And is that your professional opinion, Doctor?
Yeah, and you better believe it, buddy.
Larry, I want an answer.
About what?
About what? You just refused to talk to your best friend.
I just don't want to talk to him right now. Why are you making a federal case out of it?
Well, I think it's strange, don't you?
Clarice, I don't feel good this morning. I don't want to talk to anyone. Look, I'll call Jerry later, okay?
It's not okay, Larry.
Look, will you just drop it?
No, Larry, I won't drop it. You and Jerry have been friends a long time. I've never known you not to want to talk to him. I want to know what's going on.
Look, I didn't want to talk to him then. I don't want to talk to you right now, all right?
Hello?
Good morning, Clarice. It's Jordan Scott.
Hello.
You all settled in that new house of yours?
Well, we're working on it. There's still a lot of work to do.
Yeah, those kind of things take time. Don't push yourself too hard, okay?
No, I won't.
Is Larry around?
Well, I'm not sure. I'll have to check. It's Jordan Scott who wants to talk to you.
Yeah, I want to talk to him. Oh, Jordan?
How you doing, Larry?
I'm fine.
Sure?
Sure, I'm sure.
Well, after that little scene in the arena yesterday, I'm kind of worried.
Oh, well, everything's cool now.
I'm glad to hear it. I couldn't help overhear your bad news.
Oh, what's that?
You're losing your job.
Oh, yeah.
I can't tell you how sorry I was to hear that.
Well, I guess that's how it goes.
Well, maybe we can do something about it.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, I've got a few ideas. You doing anything late this afternoon? Well, how about stopping by the arena, say, 2 o'clock?
Yeah, that can be arranged.
Good. I'll see you then.
Okay, Jordan, I'll talk to you later.
Now, what kind of question is that? Now, suppose you tell me why you're so upset.
Jamie, I thought we had a relationship that was going someplace.
Well, I thought so, too.
Well, if you care about me, then you should have come home with me instead of running off to your mother's.
What? I did not go running off to my mother.
Well, then what do you call it?
Cecile, you saw how upset my mother was.
So was I. Jamie, I care a great deal about what happens to you. And last night you were almost killed. And I was very upset.
Okay, but the only reason that, I went home with Mom and Mac is because I knew how upset they were, and I wanted to reassure them that everything was okay.
And I don't need any reassurance.
Cecile, honey, it's not that. Now, come on.
Well, then what is it? Huh?
Look, I wouldn't have been very good company last night anyway. I mean, my arm was aching, right? I had this bruise on my forehead, and I had to take a sleeping pill to get any sleep at all.
I'm afraid that's not good enough, Jamie.
Oh, Cecile, come on. Can't we even talk about it?
I don't see that we have anything to talk about.
You made it sound very urgent when you called.
It is.
You're not in any kind of trouble, are you?
No, Jerry, it's not me. It's something else.
Well, what?
It's about the dock accident.
The dock accident? What about it?
I don't think it was an accident at all.
What do you mean?
I mean that what happened was meant to happen.
Do you know what you're saying, Blaine?
Yes, I do.
You know this could be attempted murder.
No. I don't think the accident was meant to kill anyone, just injure him.
Well, the point is, if what you're saying is true, this is a very serious matter.
I know, that's why I came to you.
How do you know about this?
I just overheard it.
From whom?
It doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter? Whoever's responsible for that accident should be reported to the police.
No, no, Jerry. It's just something that I overheard. Let's just leave it at that, okay?
All right, Blaine, then tell me what you heard.
An accident was planned.
Yeah, and?
Jamie was the target.
Are you sure?
Yes, Jerry, I'm very sure.
Blaine, I've got to know where you heard this.
I'm sorry, Jerry.
Then how can I help you? You're tying my hands before I can do anything.
You can go to Matt Corey.
Mac? What can he do?
Well, he can know that Jamie's life is in danger, and then he can take precautions. Listen, if they tried once and failed, they very well may try again.
All right, Blaine, I'll go to Mac.
Thank you. But please don't tell Mac where you heard it, okay?
Why not? Because it could be dangerous for you?
No, that's not it at all.
That's not true, Blaine, and you know it.
Jerry, I just don't see what the point could be for Mac to know where you got the information.
How can I convince you to get out of the arena and stay away from Jordan Scott?
Jerry, please, I've been over this enough with you already.
Blaine, it's only because I care about you and I can see that you're in danger.
Jerry, I've told you this before. I know exactly what I'm doing. And I can take care of myself.
How's he doing?
About as we expected. Sandy? Sandy? Well, he's not going to be real good company for a while.
He just sleeps?
No, he goes in and out. But when he's awake, he doesn't make much sense either.
Is that normal?
Yeah, it is. The important thing is to let him take his time. Come to us at his own rate.
Yeah. Well, Rick, I'm going to stay here for a while, okay?
Here, listen, I've got some other patients to take care of.
Yeah.
If you need anything,
I'll find you. Sandy? It's me. Hey, Sandy. Joey Perini.
Hey, Joey. How you doing?
I guess that's supposed to be my line. How do you feel?
One rotten headache.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. You got clobbered pretty good.
Man, I can't stay awake.
Yeah, well, that's okay. You're supposed to be sleeping anyway.
Man, funny dreams. Real scary, man. And I don't want to sleep if I keep having those dreams.
What kind of dreams?
I don't know, man. Real scary. I don't want to talk about it.
You don't have to talk. You just concentrate on getting some rest.
Hey, Joey, listen. Stick around for a minute.
Well, maybe I shouldn't stay if you got to sleep, you know.
Oh, just for a second, man.
Okay, I'll stay for just a second.
Thanks.
Hey, you don't have to stay awake on my account.
No, man. So, what's been happening?
Oh, well, I got some good news.
Yeah, what you got?
I got us an apartment that'll knock your socks off. As soon as you get out of here, we can move into it.
No more Sleepy's Motel,
No.
That's great.
Yeah,
What's it like?
Oh, it's incredible. I mean, I couldn't believe I was able to get it. It's got a bedroom, a living room, a kitchen.
Sounds great, Joe.
Hey, you get some shut-eye. I'm gonna catch you later, all right?
Yeah, later. I hope you didn't mind my stopping by.
No, of course not. You're welcome by anytime you want.
Well, I just wanted to spend a couple of minutes with Matthew.
Oh, well, he's not quite due to get up from his nap yet, so why don't you sit down and have some coffee with me and we can talk?
No coffee, but I'll join you. I heard about Jamie. Is he all right?
Oh, yes, he has a sprained arm and a few bruises, but he's going to be all right.
What happened down there anyway?
Well, apparently he got in the way of a forklift, and at the last moment somebody else saw that and went in and pushed him away and saved him in the nick of time, saved his life.
Is the other guy all right?
He's got a very bad concussion, but they tell me it's going to be all right.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yes, we feel very lucky. What about you? How have you been?
Busy. Trying to get things back into gear.
Any plans?
A few. Decided to sell my share in the supper club.
Oh, you enjoyed working there so much.
So I hear. I've talked to Jason, but I don't think it's anything I want to be doing again.
Have you decided what it is you want to do?
Well, I'm going to get involved with the new complex, the sporting life.
Hmm. Well, that's a departure from the supper club.
Well, in a way. But then again, they are both dealing with the public. And that I can't remember what I used to do. I can't see that it makes any difference what I do.
Still no memory at all.
Not yet.
Well, I'm sure it's going to come back. Don't worry.
Well, I appreciate your confidence. I'm working at it. I really am.
You were never one to give up, you know.
Well, I'm not so sure there's a lot of room in there for memories. The present being what it is. Busy with the sporting life complex, meeting people. Matthew. Matthew is the most important thing.
Well, speaking of Matthew, would you like to see your little
Yes,
son?
I would like that.
Why do you think that the accidents down at the dock were more than just accidents?
It was planned, Mac. Somebody wanted Jamie injured, maybe even killed.
That's a very serious accusation.
I know it, Mac, and I wouldn't be making it if I didn't think that there was a very good basis for it.
Where did you get this idea?
It's something I heard.
From whom?
It doesn't matter. What does matter is that you know someone was out to get Jamie.
You don't believe it could have been accidental? Industrial accidents, you know, are not that uncommon.
No, Mac, I don't. Not after what I heard. Besides, don't you think that the number of accidents you've been having is excessive?
Yes, we've certainly had more than our share. That's why Jamie was down there in the first place. He was trying to determine the cause of it.
Well, just suppose that they weren't really accidents. I mean, do you think that whoever is responsible is going to want Jamie around trying to get to the bottom of it all?
No. No, I'm sure not. Well, the police are down there now investigating.
Mac,
if there was foul play, I hope that they do uncover it.
Mac, you don't have time to wait for the police to finish their investigation. You've got to take some immediate steps.
Well, what are you suggesting I do?
You keep Jamie under wraps for a while, at least until we get to the bottom of this.
But how am I going to do that?
You get him out of town.
What would that accomplish?
Mac, it could save his life.
You don't think you're overreacting?
No, I don't, Mac. If someone wanted Jamie out of the way bad enough to stage that accident, there's no guarantee that they're not going to try again.
You really do think there's a plot, don't you?
Yes, I do, Mac. I think someone is trying to sabotage that project. That's the only explanation for the number of accidents that you've been having. I also don't think that it's just a coincidence, that each one of these accidents is becoming more serious.
Yes, I have to admit that is what's been happening.
Then you've got to take some action, Mac.
You won't tell me how you got this information?
No, it could be dangerous for some people.
All right. I won't press you on that.
Thanks, Mac.
And if you do feel this strongly about it, I'm not going to ignore what you've said either. I'll get Jamie out of town for a couple of weeks.
Oh, good, and just as soon as possible.
Do you think it's necessary he know why I'm getting him out of town?
What do you mean?
Well, he's been under a lot of pressure lately. Quite frankly, one thing he doesn't need to know at the moment is that somebody wanted to kill him.
No, I don't think it's important that he know that. Just make sure you get him out of town.
Yeah, by the end of the week.
Not any sooner?
I don't see how. He's still under doctor's care.
Well, then that's just a chance we'll have to take, just so long as you get him away from here.
Hey, Leigh, how's it going?
Well, isn't it about time you showed up?
What do you mean, about time? I'm only 5 minutes early.
Well, it seems like I've been here forever already. I'm supposed to paint, but there are a million different colors here. No one told me what color to paint.
Relax, buddy. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, well, I've wasted a lot of time already.
You're in a rotten mood today.
Yeah, well, you'd be in a rotten mood, too, if you had to live with Clarice and Larry.
What's that mean?
The tension over there this morning was unbearable. You could have cut it with a knife.
Well, it's understandable under the circumstances.
What circumstances?
Well, Larry's been a cop for a long time. It hit him pretty hard to lose his job.
What, Larry got fired?
You don't know?
No, no one told me a thing.
It's gonna be pretty rough on Clarice and Larry.
Wow. They just moved into that house.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for him to make ends meet.
Well, they were having a tough time of it before. Why'd he get fired?
I don't know. I think it's got something to do with Jerry.
Oh, well, that explains that.
Explains what?
Jerry called the house this morning. Larry wouldn't talk to him.
Jerry called the house?
Yeah.
That surprises me.
Why?
Larry punched him out in the arena yesterday.
I thought they were supposed to be best friends.
They used to be.
I wonder what's gotten into Larry.
I don't know. I mean, he's got a fancy car and a new house. It's just not his style. Blaine's been real worried.
Yeah, well, there's something really bothering him.
Yeah.
I get the impression somehow that he just got tired of not ever having anything. He got a taste of the good life at the arena. Now he wants more of it for himself. Yeah, well, he had me convinced he hated the marina. Or the arena.
Well, he spends all his time there now.
Yeah, well, I'm probably not helping the situation much myself.
What do you mean?
Well, Larry and Clarice have a lot of things they got to straighten out. And my hanging around isn't helping it.
You don't have any other place to stay, do you?
No, I don't. Well, I could stay with Ada. She offered me a standing invitation.
Look, I don't think that would be a very good idea.
Why not?
I hear what you're saying about, you know, them getting their thing together and they need time, but I think it's important that you'll be around for Clarice. This is going to be really rough on her.
Oh, here. Tell me, what is it about him that makes me smile?
Oh, he's a very happy baby.
Well, you must be doing a good job raising him.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. Okay. All right. Let's go. Had enough of this. Okay.
There you go, Pumpkin.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, do you have a minute?
Sure.
I'd like to talk to you.
All right.
Okay, come on, Pumpkin. Come on. In you go. Huh? Is that good? Yeah, you can watch all of that. It's about Matthew.
Something wrong?
No, he's fine.
Then what is it?
Well, as you probably know, when I was having Matthew, I was on release from prison. I didn't know if Mac and I were going to get a divorce. It was just a very confusing time in my life.
Right, I'm aware of that.
Yes, but what you don't know is that on the birth certificate, you're listed as Matthew's legal father.
No, you're right. I didn't know that.
Matthew's real legal name is Matthew Blake.
What are you getting at?
Mac is having trouble with that.
What does that mean?
He feels that since he is raising Matthew, that he ought to be allowed to have legal custody of him.
And what does Mac suggest?
He wants to adopt him. You've got to understand, Mitch, you've already agreed to let us raise him.
I know what I've agreed to.
Well, does it really make any difference who has legal custody of the baby as long as you're able to see him whenever you want to?
I don't know. That's a very good question. Maybe you should ask Mac.
You can't understand Mac's feelings.
Can Mac understand my feelings? Look, I've got a past that I don't know anything about. You tell me that I have a child. That's the one thing that's real. That's the one thing that I know. And now it seems that you and Mac are asking me To sign over my rights to my son?
I understand what you're saying. It just seems to me that we all have to put away our personal wishes and do what's best for this baby.
Right. I think we need to do what's best for the baby.
Well, then why shouldn't Mac have legal custody of a child that he's going to take responsible for day to day? Why don't you just think about it, okay?
I will think about it. I will definitely think about it. And I will try to decide what's best for my son.
Ada, what are you doing here?
Oh, hi. I came by to see Sandy, but he was asleep, so I thought I'd wait out here for a while.
Well, he's been sleeping quite a lot. Don't be surprised if he doesn't make much sense to you.
Oh, is that normal?
Perfectly normal.
Oh, well, listen, could you keep me company for a couple of minutes, or do you have to rush back to work?
Well, I think I can spare a few minutes.
Okay, good. Well, how's it going?
I'm fine, thanks. I wanted to thank you again for taking me in when I was sick.
Oh, it's nice to have you.
Well, I don't think I would have gotten better so fast if you and Joey hadn't taken such good care of me.
Well, are you all settled back in your mobile home again?
Yeah, it's kind of inconvenient being so far out like that.
Well, look, if you have to work late sometime, you know, you're welcome to stay at my place.
Thank you. That's nice of you.
Well, are you taking care of yourself? Do you get enough to eat?
What is this that everyone in the world wants to mother me?
Is that bad?
No, I guess not.
Well, who's been playing mommy lately?
Kid. But she's been doing that since we were 8.
Mm-hmm.
And Marianne.
How is Marianne?
Oh, she's fine.
That's not what I meant.
I like her, Ada. I like her a lot.
Well, you seem surprised.
I guess I am.
Why? She's a nice girl.
Oh, it's not her, it's me. I've always been very self-sufficient. Now, I think I've fallen. Hard. It does surprise me.
Well, you know, there comes a time in everybody's life when they don't want to be alone anymore. Sometimes it's dangerous.
What do you mean?
Well, you see, when it does happen, some people just grab the nearest person.
Oh, well. No, I don't think I've done that.
Oh, well, maybe not, but you better be sure that you love Marianne and not just the idea of being in love.
You know, Ada, you're a really amazing person. How do you know all this stuff?
Well, you've been around as long as I have. You got to pick up a couple of things, so you haven't been listening.
Oh, listen, I've got to go. I've got some tests.
Oh, yeah, okay, me too. I got to go and see if Sandy's awake yet.
All right, now, if he's... Don't let it worry you, okay?
Okay. Bye-bye.
Come on, sit down.
Well, is this going to take long because I have a meeting with Sanders here down at Legal?
No, it's not going to take long. Well, if Sanders has to wait, he won't mind.
All right. What do you want to see me about, Mike?
How are you feeling?
Is that what you wanted to see me about?
Well, yes, among other things.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I mean, this sling's a drag, but Russ says it'll come off soon.
Good. Because I want you to go out of town for me.
Out of town? Well, Mac, I'm sorry. I can't get away now. I'm behind, way behind. Swamped.
We'll have somebody cover for you.
Well, if everybody has to cover for me because I can't get my work done, well, that isn't fair.
Jamie, not because you can't get your work done. I'm taking you off of this work because I want you to handle something more important for me. Now, believe me, you can help me this way by doing what I say better than any other way.
Okay, well, you know, if that's what you want.
It is, believe me.
All right, when do I leave?
Well, what about the end of the week?
Gee, that sounds, I could manage that probably, yeah.
Good. Will you check with Russ to make sure that you can?
Right. Okay. Where am I off to?
First stop is Philadelphia. I'd like you to fill Taylor in on the dock project. Tell him about all these problems we've been having.
Okay, and then what?
Well, then I'd like you to go up to Boston. You know, there's a big booksellers convention there. Now, our sales department will be there, of course, but I'd like you to talk to the other publishers personally. Try to see if you can get a fix on this year's bookmark.
Wait a minute, Mac, a booksellers convention. Well, our sales department can handle that. Mac, what about if I come home after Philadelphia? That way, you know, I can have the whole weekend to catch up on that paperwork.
I'd rather you go to Boston.
Why?
Because I'm worried about you. You are pushing yourself too hard.
Mac, I'm fine.
But you're not going to stay fine unless you learn how to take care of yourself, Jamie. Really, now, I'd like you to relax a little.
Well, I'll just have to take all this work with me.
You just don't give up, do you?
I guess not.
Want anything take your mind off of... What about Cecile?
Why are you asking that?
Well, perhaps she'd join you. She could use a vacation, I'm sure.
I don't know.
Will you think about it?
Yeah, sure. I'll think about it. I'm not making any promises.
Just one?
Just one, okay?
Please, slow down. Take better care of yourself. All right?
Hey, Clarice, how you doing?
I think I'm doing.
Would it help to talk about it? Where's Larry?
He had an appointment.
Oh, good. Already got job interviews, huh?
He had an appointment with Jordan Scott. Why did you think he had a job interview?
Well, nothing.
Well, what?
Well, I thought since Larry got fired, he'd be out looking for another job.
Larry got fired? You're not making any sense. Where'd you get that idea?
Must have been a mistake. Forget it.
You do know something.
No, Clarice, really.
Leigh, I want you to tell me what you know.
All I know is what Joey told me. That Larry lost his job.
Well, that can't be, because Larry would have told me.
Look, Clarice, maybe he doesn't know how.
Well, this isn't making any sense. I mean, what's going on? Well, why did Joey say that he got fired?
I don't think he knows why.
I bet it's got something to do with that loan from Jordan Scott.
I don't think so. Larry blames Jerry for the whole thing, according
Jerry?
to Joey. Yeah, well, Joey thinks so. They got in a big fight down at the arena.
A fight? Well, what was that all about?
Well, evidently, Larry was screaming at Jerry how it was all Jerry's fault. And then he punched him out.
He hit him?
I guess so.
What's happening to Larry? To us.
Hey, are you all right?
No, I'm not okay. I just gotta have some time. If I have some time, I can think about everything.
I'm sorry I laid all this on you. I thought
It's
you
not
knew.
your fault.
Should I go?
Please.
You look like you could use one.
Yeah, I guess I could.
I can't tell you how shocked I was to hear they forced you to resign.
Yeah, it kind of caught me off guard, too.
How's Clarice taking it?
She doesn't know about it yet. It's really gonna blow her away when she finds out.
Yeah, I guess so.
Especially with his new house and all.
I just can't help feeling responsible.
How's that?
Well, I gather it had something to do with the money I loaned you.
Oh, come on, Jordan. It's not your fault.
Well, I just feel so badly about it. I wish there was some way I could help.
You know, that's real nice of you.
You made any plans yet?
No, I need to line up something pretty fast. What I'd really like to do would be get a job before Clarice finds out I lost my other one.
Hey, maybe there's something I can do to help after all.
Yeah, what's that?
Well, I got a little proposition to make for you, if you're interested.
Yeah?
Well, as you know, we just acquired part ownership of the supper club.
Yeah, Blaine mentioned something about that.
Yeah, well, she's going to be running that operation, and I'm going to need someone to help me around here at the arena. Would that interest you?
Yeah. Yeah, Jordan, I just might be interested in that.
Sandy? No, Sandy, it's Ada. Ada Hobson.
Mom, why didn't you tell me? Why'd you wait so long?
It's okay, Sandy. You're doing just fine.
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Tell you what?
Why didn't you tell me about my father?
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another World. Today on Another World.
Well, I'm just trying to keep Matthew's best interest in mind.
Well, are you suggesting that I don't have his best interest in mind?
Yes, I'm not sure that you have his interest.
You'd be asking me to sign away the most treasured relationship a man could have, with his son.
You're gonna have to make a choice.
So now you're handing out ultimatums?
That's right. It looks like it's a matter of survival, and I can't survive with you as your wife if you work for Jordan. You're gonna have to decide between us. Jordan or me.
I don't know. I just wonder what really happened between Rachel and Mitch Blake.
Well, Rachel said she and Mitch had a relationship for a reason.
Well, I've known Rachel for a long, long time. And when I was married to Steve Frame, well, she wasn't quite as disinterested or as faithful and pure as she'd have you believe.
And now, the continuing story of Another World.